must go in to get the TAP evaluation, and failing to do so would you would issue another warrant.
Okay, so there is a CPS case.
No, it's not a CPS case. When I was in prison this last time, my dad had custody of my baby, and CPS case was on my ex-husband because he mistreated her. So I've been fighting for her to come back home to me, but because she's in another state, and I've been doing it through the phone, talking to the courts over the phone, and fighting for my child like that way.
And these other people you were with, how do you know them?
They were a street family. I just cut them off.
Wait a minute, what?
It was like a street family, something by myself.
A street family?
A street family. Like, I don't talk to my blood family because they were putting me in the bed. So I cut ties to my own blood family, and I grew on to the street family, but I cut ties to them too because they were putting me in the bed as well. I just chose to do better for myself.
Where are you from? How did you come to be with two other people who obviously everybody has drugs, there are guns in the car?
One's my brother and the other one's my cousin. That's why I'm cutting ties to my own family.
So you were saying that this is your street family. So now I'm hearing these are blood relatives?
The ones, my co-defendants, were my blood family. My street family that I was living with, I cut ties to them because they started to use drugs, and I'm trying to get away from it because I want to live for my better for my grandchild and try and get my baby back.
All right. So what's her criminal history like? What's your criminal history?
My criminal history? Yes, is possession matter.
Have you been to prison before?
Yes, ma'am.
And she knows that if she doesn't show up to probation to do the TAP, that you're going to issue a warrant. She'll be right back in jail.
No, I mean, she may need inpatient treatment. That's why, I don't know. But it's obvious to me she has major drug issues. And the fact that she has a child that's in foster care, in which state?
Not to cut you off, ma'am, but that foster care is not my fault.
Yeah, it is.
So how is it my fault when...
Because you were in prison.
I was in prison because of possession charge.
Yes.
But I wasn't using.
Okay, so here's the thing.
And then this time I was, ma'am. I really was.
All right, let me ask you this.
And I'm going to classes for this stuff.
Those are the people responsible. And a lot of people think that grandparents are responsible. But grandparents are not really responsible. Sometimes they step up and say, I'll do this. But that's not their job. So if your child is under CPS care while you were in prison, that's partially your fault because you should have been there. You were not there. You were at the prison for possession until you get help with your own drug problem. And I can tell you right now, if Child Protective Services is doing their job, they are not going to allow you around your grandchild until you get your life together. And being drug-free for 2 weeks on meth is not a long time. That's not even enough to start a habit of not using.
Man, which I just started using. That's why I got off of it.
Yeah. All right. So you say the TAP evaluation can be done in 2 weeks?